Oh my God. So because where I live is currently still under a ton of snow and it's supposed to snow again next weekend, I desperately needed potting soil. And normally I get Sunshine Mix number 4, which is a professional grade mix, which is much different than all of these other mixes you see in front of you. Now, Promix, for example, does make another professional form, and that is the HP formula or the mycorrhizal fungi formula. It's the white bag anyways that says professional mix on it, not the one that says premium. Everything you're looking at here is what we call consumer grade, if you will. And so it's usually heavier. It's usually going to have a lot more sticks, twigs, and everything else in it, but it is substantially cheaper. So because my garden centers have all of the professional mixes still in snowbanks, and my professional mix is currently frozen to the ground outdoors, desperate times cluster desk measures, and I thought, why don't we just make a video out of this to figure out which one of these are the best for potting up plants in. So let's get started. Let's start off with one of the Promix formulas here. So this guy here is a premium potting mix, which is different from the premium organic vegetable and herb mix. There is apparently a difference. So let's see what that difference is. Don't actually see, this is all like 0.1. So they all have mycorrhizal fungi in them. Glomus intradices is the variety of mycorrhizal fungi in them. And this one has higher levels of nutrients in it. So it's 0.1% by volume of nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. This is 0.6, which means nothing. So they are virtually the same on the bag, on the outside. Let's see what the inside says. It's all that matters is what's on the inside, not what's on the outside. I have a funny feeling I'm probably gonna have to mix multiple bags together to get something I can actually use as a potting soil. That's the vibe I'm getting here. Okay. Sounds crazy, but sniff test first. Smells earthy. That's what we like to see. And you know what? This is not bad. The perlite's not as big as what I would like it to be. I am a junkie for high porosity mix with the medium to coarse grade perlite, but you can get fine grade, and that is what's in here. And there's just not a lot of it, but it would do. It's going to do fine if it had to. So you can see there's not a lot for like twigs or anything in here. A little bit, but nothing crazy. Pretty healthy looking. So, okay, we are getting somewhere. What is aqua friendly and why does it have aqua friendly on here? Is this something new? It's a trademark. Aqua friendly. I don't know what that means. That's what we need to do is Google. I've never seen that on a bag before. So basically it's a blend. It's not a product. It's a blend between perlite, coconut coir, and peat moss to make it, I guess, aqua friendly. The more you know. Okay. This one I want to look at because it's new. Golf green is getting into the gardening space, which I find interesting. Okay, that is shocking. I didn't think that was gonna, for some reason, I thought this was gonna be junk. Holy shit. Okay, so this blend has even less sticks in it than the Promix one does, which is kind of shocking. I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting that. I'm not gonna lie. This one has even less perlite in it. So if you're an overwaterer, probably wouldn't go for this, or I would definitely add perlite to it because, yeah, that's like got next to no perlite in it. But like overall, I don't hate it. I would say it's probably more of an outdoor formula. Outdoor drought formula. Okay. I need to be disappointed. So let's just open this one and get it out of the way. Oh, look at that. We give you a little tear off tab. Okay, so last year didn't smell and they had some moisture to them. So re-wetting isn't going to be something out of a nightmare. As you guys know, potting soil can become hydrophobic, and that hydrophobicity causes that water to pool and not infiltrate the system, if you will. It can be incredibly hard to rehydrate a soil that has been dehydrated. Miracle Grow turned out exactly how I expected it to. Bone dry with a ton of sticks, twigs, and loveliness. So I wouldn't suggest this on its worst enemy. I will take a video of it for you guys. Would it work? Yes, it's going to work. Don't get me wrong. It's not it. It's just not it. I'm sorry. As always, a pleasure, Miracle Grow, but no thanks. Oh, I got 2 bags, Miracle Grow. What was I thinking? I was just leave that there. Let's dig into that. So this is a vegetable formula. Everything's the same about it. It's OMNRI listed, which is, if you guys don't know, the organic designation, meaning it is considered to be organic, and it can be used in organic marketable produce, if you will, because it is OMNRI certified. The regular potting soil isn't OMNRI certified. It has no OMNRI on it at all. This is the organic premium mix. And it's a little bit wetter, but it doesn't smell bad. It also appears to be a little bit more dense. Again, like the perlite is that finer grade, which, I mean, can serve you in the environment of like potting it up outdoors. But if you're bumping up indoors, it's something you might want to just think twice about, because it is going to be a heavier mix. It's going to retain water more, etc. and so forth. So cute. I am going to use you. Here's the thing. I have a funny feeling this one's going to be more depressing than this one. This is a new company. I think I've never seen it before. They're proudly Canadian. They are peat-free natural. Okay, I lied. It's much more interesting than that. It has compost, leaf and yard residue, fertilizer derived from feather meal, bone meal, potassium sulfate, rock phosphate, crustacean meal, seaweed extract, gypsum, alfalfa meal, kelp meal, and the nitrogen level is much higher, and phosphorus levels are much higher, and potassium levels are probably double that of the Promix, just regular potting soil, and double the same as this Miracle Grow for nitrogen, but double the phosphorus and potassium. So let's actually open this one that class. Now I'm interested. Now I am interested. Oh my God. That is just gnats. A literal bunch of gnats just flew out. And now they are in my plant room. Miracle Grow, I have PTSD from you at this point. I don't care what's in this thing. I looked in and it looked, oh my God, there are so many of them. They're crawling all over this bag. Excuse me while I throw this outdoors. Oh my God. Miracle Grow, like, I swear to God, at least try to fool us into thinking that, this is full of fungus gnats. Like, Miracle Grow doesn't even try at all. Fungus gnats and freaking pieces of holy shit to my toes. Okay, so that's outside now, living its best life. I dumped it out and it was full of the same junk. So it was just more moist, which is where those gnats came from, because they could hatch in moist soil. They can't hatch in dry soil, which means the moment I apply water to this soil, I'm going to have the same issue. So this is not going to be used inside. Go outside. Can be composted. Like, you hear about people complaining about Miracle Grow and then you just think, oh, you're just being a little bit over dramatic. People aren't being dramatic. It's like that bad. It's literally that bad. And like the crazy part is it's made out of, it's like, it has gnats in it. And I could give an excuse to a company. Now, I don't know if the gnats are coming out of this or if that was just a gnat. I have a knife. Don't make me knife you. I hate you. I hate you, Miracle Grow. Okay, anyways, I could see if it was coming out of that OMNRI certified Promix bag. That I wouldn't think is crazy. I'd be like, okay, that makes sense. They're using like compost. lots of organic material that they can feed on, that sort of thing. I would give that one a pass if it had gnats in it, just based on what it's made out of. But for Miracle Grow to have it, and there is not, it's not organic, it's not Armory certified, it's just garbage. Okay, so this one does have more perlite chunks in it. It also has a lot of wood debris in it, and it is very wet. Now, it's not rotting. It's not rotting. I feel really bad because I know this is going to be like a small little company. So I feel like shit for saying don't do it. But what is that? A piece of plastic. Wonderful. Well, you know what? This is also going to go outside. Yeah, I'll take a video. And you just saw that. You just saw that freaking gnat fly by the screen. It's got chunks. It has larger pieces of perlite, which I will say I enjoy, but the chunks not helpful. There's not a lot of this just isn't an indoor mix. Outdoor, fine. Indoor, not so much. Raised bed, whatever. But I'm not bumping my seedlings up into it. So there you have it. Golf Green and Promix. Those are the only two you can seemingly use for potting up. The rest of them will cause you immense levels of anger and frustration. I don't have gnats, ever. I use predatory mites like nobody's business. And so gnats are just not a thing. I just don't have them. And now I have them. Oh, there you have it. Promix and Golf Green will be getting used in my potting up videos. If you want to watch my video on how I pot up my tomatoes, because it's different than most, hit that subscribe button, because now I have gnats in my room, my house, in the name of YouTube videos. So I'll talk to you guys next time.